Hello, my name is Shirley. I'm a member of the clinical team at Chartwell Hospital. This video is about your procedure colonoscopy with Picolax bowel prep. If you would like me to describe a colonoscopy with Fleet bowel prep or Movi prep bowel prep, please see a link in the description below. If you're coming for a morning procedure, 2 days before you eat as normal, but at 8 o'clock in the morning you make up your first sachet of Picolax and you drink it slowly over the next 15 minutes. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon you make up the second sachet of Picolax and you sip it slowly and drink it all over 15 minutes. The day before your procedure you have no food, but you make up a sachet of Picolax at 8 o'clock in the morning and sip it slowly over 15 minutes. And at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you make up the second sachet and you sip it slowly and drink it all over 15 minutes. The day before your procedure, it's very important that you drink lots of fluids, not just clear water, but fluids that have sugar in so you keep your energy levels up. The Picolax will induce diarrhea. There's nothing to be alarmed about, that's perfectly normal. If you have an afternoon appointment for a colonoscopy with Picolax bowel prep, 2 days before you eat normally, and at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you make up the first sachet of Picolax and you sip it slowly over 15 minutes. The day before your colonoscopy, at 8 o'clock in the morning, you mix up a sachet of Picolax and you sip it slowly and drink it all within 15 minutes. Before 12 o'clock, you may have a light lunch. After you've had lunch, no more food until after your procedure. And in the afternoon at 4 o'clock you make up your second sachet of Picolax and you sip it slowly and drink it all within 15 minutes. On the day of your colonoscopy at 8 o'clock in the morning, make up the last sachet of Picolax, mix it with water and sip it slowly and drink it all within 15 minutes. On the day of your procedure, mix the final sachet of Picolax in some water and sip it slowly and drink it all within 15 minutes. You may continue to drink water until 2 hours before your procedure. Once you come into the hospital, you'll go to one of our friendly receptionists and they'll ask you to fill out a questionnaire. Once that's been done, they'll call a member of the team who will come down and they will take you up to our admission room, which is on the first floor. We have stairs or a lift if a lift is required. Once you go into the admission room, a member of the team will go through a questionnaire with you. This is your chance to ask them any questions as well. Please feel free to do that. A colonoscopy procedure involves our specialist doctor passing a fibre optic camera into your lower part of your bowel, and that goes round into different parts of your colon. Your lower colon, which is your sigmoid colon, up and round a little bit into something called your descending colon, up to a little bend and then across to your transverse colon, around another bend and down into your ascending colon. This whole test takes between 15 and 20 minutes. The specialist doctor will come in and will chat to you and may ask you some questions. This is your chance to ask him any questions that you may have as well. When you're happy he's explained everything to you, he'll ask you to sign a consent form, and that is you agreeing that he can do the procedure. Once you've signed your consent form, we'll ask you to get changed in our changing room. That will involve putting on a pair of dignity shorts and a gown. The staff on the day will explain to you what items of clothing you may leave on and what you need to remove. Once you're changed, someone will take you through into the procedure room and you'll sit on the bed and another team member in the room will ask you some questions. We will lay you down and we'll put some monitors on you. We'll monitor your blood pressure and your pulse, and we'll put some oxygen on through a little cannula that will sit in your nose. You'll be lying on your left side and there'll be a TV screen for you to watch the procedure if you'd like to. When you have sedation, the doctor will put a small cannula in the back of your hand or in your arm. This will enable him to give you the sedative which will relax you throughout the procedure. Once the doctor has placed the cannula in the back of your hand or your arm and he has given you the sedative, it works almost immediately. It will relax you, but you will always have full control of your actions at all times. Because we're giving you sedation, we do have to give you oxygen, and that will be through a little nasal cannula that will sit in your nose. We'll also put a small probe on your finger to monitor your oxygen levels and your pulse. If you've had a sedative and a painkiller, there are instructions you will need to follow quite closely, and that is mainly no driving for 24 hours, no alcohol on that day, and someone to stay with you for at least 12 hours, or if it's an afternoon procedure, overnight. Another option for you is Entonox. What happens is when you go into the room and you're lying on your side, you'll be given a tube to breathe with a mouthpiece, and you'll be asked to breathe it in and out for several minutes. This will make you feel nice and relaxed during the test, and it does act almost immediately. If you choose to have Entonox, within half an hour of stopping breathing the Entonox, there will be no restrictions on your day. You will be able to go back to work and you'll be able to drive. There are two main concerns that people have having a colonoscopy. Some people are worried that they may go to the toilet, and you won't do that. If you've followed the bowel prep instructions, your colon will be empty, so there's nothing for you to worry about. People are also worried that it will be painful. We do give you a painkiller and a sedative to make things as comfortable as possible for you. If at any time you're in any discomfort, let a member of the team know and we'll do something about that for you. During the procedure, the doctor will pass the camera around the whole of your large bowel. During this test, he will put some air or some gas into your colon, and at times this can make you feel quite bloated and maybe uncomfortable. This is why we offer you the painkiller and the sedative. After the test, because you've had a painkiller and a sedative and you may be quite sleepy, we leave you on the bed and we'll take you through to recovery, where somebody will look after you out there. Out in recovery, they will take your blood pressure, they'll give you some water, some tea or coffee and some toast, and they'll go through your discharge paperwork with you. The doctor will come and talk to you before you go, and he will tell you his findings on the day. He will do a report which we fax to your doctor, but when somebody goes through your discharge paperwork with you, they will give you a copy of that report as well. If you do have any questions or concerns, please feel free to call us at Chartwell Hospital on 01702 478 885, and the number is also in your paperwork and in the link in the description below.